Welcome, my fellow humans, to another pick a card reading here at Scatter Love Tarot. Thank you so very much for joining me. I'm so honored to be here giving you guys these readings. And if they are resonating with you, please make sure you hit that thumbs up button down below, subscribe to the channel, and set the notification bell so you guys never miss the next reading. Understanding that the more you do interact with the channel, the more I am able to connect with your energy to get you guys out more resonating readings. And to any and everybody that has allowed me your time, just thank you so much. I'm so thankful to call you guys a part of my tribe. So that being said, today we are doing a pick a card reading on how people see you. And this could be your group of friends, this could just be strangers, this could be co-workers, schoolmates, this could be family, whatever it is, you guys, however the energy comes across, remembering they are general readings, so take what resonates and leave what does not. So with that being said, I truly enjoy doing this prayer for you guys at the beginning of the reading, so we'll do that. And I already have your guys's things to choose from and the deck that we're going to get an oracle card from and how people see you. So let's light this incense and say this prayer for you guys. Also, if you guys are looking for more in-depth readings, make sure you check out my other channel, Readings by Circe. I will have that link down in the description box, and there is a link that you guys can click on. I think you can see it when you're on the computer. And if not, you can type into YouTube Readings by Circe, and I will come up for you guys. All right, let's see. All right. My beloved source, for any and all of my fellow humans who connect with this video, may you wash them and surround them with your loving and protecting light. May you help them find any cycles or repeat patterns that they may be experiencing in this time and intuitively guide them on how to solve those and end those cycles so that they may bring in a brand new chapter into their life. As we do these readings, yes, we are looking into other people's energetics system to find out what it is that they are bringing to my collective here on these readings. So may we take that with a grain of salt and know that any information that you provide us with is to provide us with an opportunity to gain more healing and growth on our journey. May you send any and everybody on this channel, on these videos, the blessing of love and abundance, wealth and health. And as these words are spoken over them, so shall they be. Amen. Aho, ase. Thank you, my love. Thank you, my love. Thank you, my love. Awesome. So let's get this over here. I really like doing that, guys. We don't say enough prayers for each other, and what is it? Be the change you wish to see, right? That's what everybody says. So, all right, we're going to choose from my Kuan Yin Oracle deck here. So I'm going to get one card out, and then I'll show you guys what I have for you guys to choose from. So source, what's the Oracle card for pile number 1 and how people see my fellow humans with pile number 1? Thank you. What's the Kuan Yin Oracle card for pile number 2 and how people see my fellow humans with pile number 2, source? How do people see my pile number 2 fellow humans? How do they see them? What's the Oracle card that'll help us understand this better? For pile number 2, source. Whoa, okay. Okay. And for pile number 3, source, how do people see my fellow humans in pile number 3? What's the Oracle card that they need today? Wow, that came out flying. Okay, let me move these up out of the way. Make sure I got some room here. Okay. The train's coming through, so I apologize for that. Alright, so for pile number 1, we have this beautiful white feather. And I found all of these feathers, so I don't buy my feathers. They just come to me so randomly and beautiful. So this is this beautiful white feather for pile number 1. So if you guys find feathers, like, you know, that's a sign from the ethers. We have this beautiful mallard feather for pile number 2. When you move it, it turns purple, green, and blue. I hope that it catches that on the camera. If not, oh, there we go. We can see it right there. Okay, so for pile number 2. And for pile number 3, this is just a pigeon feather. But it was so beautiful. Like, I couldn't deny it. Like, I had to pick it up because it was so perfect. Okay, so we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Alright, and whichever one you guys are drawn to, that should be your pile. Keeping in mind, these are general readings, so take what resonates and leave what does not. But with that being said, my fellow humans, whichever one you did pick, I will see you guys on your perspective pile. Bye. Welcome, pile 1. My fellow humans, thank you for coming on this reading. This is how do people see you? And this is for those of you guys that chose this beautiful white feather. This is going to be your reading. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that right here so it's not in the way. We are going to start with the dice. Let's go ahead and get a cleansing on the dice here. Alright, perfect. So Source, how do people see my fellow humans in pile number 1? How do people see my fellow humans in pile number 1, Source? What can you tell us about how others see pile number 1? What do they need to know? Okay, let's zoom in. Don't worry, I'll move them over. Wow, that is way too close. Okay. Holy moly, that was so close. Okay. I think I can get a little bit closer than that, guys. I wish there was like a setting that I could do where I could just be like, okay, this is how close I need it. Let me just press that and go in like that. And then see if it would go in. But no, we don't have that. My technology is not that advanced, or maybe that doesn't even exist. Who knows? Anyways, guys, you guys could be parents, okay? Not everybody has to be. You guys could be pet parents, right? So we all have fur babies, or a lot of us have fur babies. That doesn't exclude us from being able to nurture others, is what this is saying here. So how do others see you? They see you guys as a very nurturing person, like very feminine by nature. You guys could be women on here. You don't have to be. You guys, whatever you identify with, or if you're masculine or men on here, that's okay. It just means that you have this very feminine energy that you exude that people see. And they find it very attractive. Like, this is something that people are drawn to. And they see that you like to have roots. You guys could have Cancer in your chart. You don't have to, but I did feel like I need to say that for some of you guys as a confirmation. So you guys are very homely. You guys take care of what's yours. And you guys will also, should anything go crazy or wrong, you guys are the first ones to turn into like Mama Bear, Papa Bear, or Big Bear. And really make sure that people don't mess with you and what's yours. And so, like I was saying, you guys could absolutely be pet parents here. And you guys could be have kids. And they see you as someone who just goes out of their way to make sure that they're nurtured, they're taken care of, they have everything that they need. You guys could also very much put yourself on the back burner, and that is something that people see. Like, they see how you sacrifice yourself at times to take care of those around you, And I am getting a message that there are people who wish that you would take more care of yourself. It's not that you don't. You guys appear well. You guys take care of your appearance. You guys take care of your hygiene. But there are people around you who do wish that you would take more care of yourself. In other words, like treat yourself at times, because they see how motherly that you are, and sometimes you lose yourself in that role that you play. And that might not even be towards pets or kids. That could just be towards them or your family or friends or even coworkers, right? And this is something that they notice that is very strong about your personality and the way that you show up in life. So that's a beautiful energy. You guys have a very kind energy, and I like that a lot. You guys are also very secretive about things. So you like I was saying, like if someone messes with your home, like you're the one that turns into Big Bear that's showing up like you're not going to mess with me. But you also don't put a lot of things on blast about personal situations, and that secretive information, like that secretive information. I promise you guys I can talk. So that secretive energy, it kind of intimidates people, and there may be people who are jealous around you because they see you as someone who isn't afraid to start things and to end things quickly. And also, I feel like that energy, like I keep coming back to the big bear. So bear might resonate with you guys in some way. Maybe that is your spirit animal, your totem animal, or a power animal for you guys. But what this is saying here is that when you guys are poked enough, you turn into this person that no one was expecting, and that is kind of scary. And they see that you guys contain your emotions almost all the time until provoked. And when you're provoked, that's when something comes forth, and that is kind of scary. That's not a bad thing, guys. Like, I don't want you to take that as a bad thing at all, because it's actually good. It means that most of the time you guys are in control. And, you know, as a human, we all have moments where we lose control. But when you guys personally lose control, it is because someone goes above and beyond to really irritate you, to make you mad, to really make things seem awful for you. And it's like you guys are trying to learn how to control that in all aspects. Like, it's like sometimes you guys have a hard time containing that when it gets out of control, and that's fine. Okay, like that's what intimidates others. Like, they're just intimidated by it. There are some times where maybe you are clingy, and I feel like that goes back to that nurturing energy here with the motherhood, or this could be fatherhood or just parenthood, right? Like, there's this clingy energy. It's almost like your life revolves around those you take care of. And there is nothing else. Like, there is no partying, there's no socializing, there's no going out, there's no none of that. It's all about home life or the people that you care about. And so you are seen at times as being clingy to that situation rather than opening yourself up to something else. People do think you're very sexy. Okay, people are very seduced by your energy. Like, they are very seduced by your energy because you're so determined, you're wise, you have a very powerful energy that emanates from you. And you guys are not afraid to go after what it is that you're driven by. Like, so if there's a passion that you guys have found, you guys will go towards it, and you're fine with that. Now, at times, people are afraid that if they push you too far, that you might be vindictive. You guys may have shown that energy in the past. You guys may still show that energy. And again, I'm not here to be like, oh, you shouldn't be like that, pile one. No, it's not about that. It's just something that people see, right? And they see that you've done a lot of restructuring in your life, but that it's had to come from dealing with yourself and dealing with the nuanced energies that people have brought into your life because of their intimidation by you, the jealousy that you've been surrounded by. And that's where that vindictive energy came from. It's like, I feel like you've been in a situation where people have been jealous of you your whole life, and you've been hurt and stabbed and betrayed because of that. And that has caused situations where it's like you didn't want to get revenge, but then it was like you felt so unvalidated. And there were times when you did get revenge and you learned a lesson from that, oh my gosh, like when I go and get revenge, like it doesn't help me at all. It just makes the situation worse, right? And so that's what is coming through here. People do see that. They see that you've grown. They also see that you have dealt with a lot of separation and loss and grief. That's pretty heavy, guys. Like that's, I mean, that's an intense energy. It's just pretty heavy, you know. You also follow your intuition. People see how intuitive you are. They see that you guys are on point with your intuition, and you also maybe studying like occult energy or occult things. Like you guys could read tarot. You guys could be into like Reiki. You guys could be into well, I don't know. They call yoga mysticism, but I think yoga is more like an ancient practice personally. But, you know, do you see what I'm saying? Like, you guys could be studying the arts, you guys could be studying Wicca, you guys could be studying just things that are kind of on a hush hush. And I'm not saying these things so that anybody else can judge you on these readings. We all have to let others be who they are, okay? Because we want to be who we are. So, you guys may be very psychic. Like, there may be some things that you guys have said that have come true, and that makes people freak out sometimes because they're just like, holy crap, pile one like sees everything, and they called things, and there may be this energy that surrounds you, pile one, where people try to dismiss your intuition or your psychic visions that you have, and then when they come true, they just kind of disappear, or they say that they don't remember that that happened, or they don't remember it. They do. They remember it because they've just never met anybody that's had as much connection as you have to the other realms. People do feel guilt around you because they treat you or they judge you right away. And they learn quickly that you're not anything like what they imagined you would be, right? So you guys could very well be into spiritualism. You guys could be, you know, you could be mediums. You guys could be just psychics. You don't have to do anything involving that. It's just this is energy that's surrounding you that does show others. Some of you guys may even be into music. People always play their memories of you guys together over and over again. And I feel like a lot of people who have been duplicitous towards you, they replay those moments over, and they are wondering why they did that. Like, they can't understand why they did that. They just know that they did it in the moment because they were reacting to how they felt. And that's what the dice are saying, how people see you. Let me zoom out. And we'll get into your cards. Whoa! Okay, let me zoom in and then zoom out. Hang with me, pile one. Nope, that's too far. There we go. Okay. Those there. Alright, let's ask the cards. What's up? Okay, Source, how do people see pile number one? Thank you. How do people see pile number one? I feel like the thing is, like, there's been people in your life that are like, wow, you're so intuitive, you're so psychic. Or they're like, how did you know that? And you're like, I don't know. Like, I just felt it in my gut. Or like, I don't know, I had a dream about it. Or like, I just saw something and it came true. Like, and people are like, oh, that's so cool. And then there's other people who are like, oh no, like, how did you know that? Like I said, they're the people who like totally try to act like they don't remember you having that ability. And you guys might not even be aware of your psychic ability. I feel like most of you guys are, but I feel like also that there's some of you guys that are not aware of your ability, but you've kind of been wondering, and this is that confirmation for you guys, okay? Source, how do others see pile number three? Thank you. Yeah, brokenhearted. They see you guys as, like, before I get to these two cards, with these two cards coming out here, they see you guys as raising up from all the hardships, like that deceit, the betrayal, the backstabbing, these things that people did to you in your past, right? This could even be family with the Eight of Cups coming out here. This is my family card in this deck, really that's a simplistic version of this, but they see you guys as taking care of the family that you have, right? We talked about that in the beginning, and they see that maybe your family has betrayed you, but you still always come back and show them love because that's the type of person that you are. Maybe you've been betrayed by those that are close to you, right? And you still always come back, and you're still this beautiful character. And no matter how many times your heart gets broken, no matter how many times you seemingly hit rock bottom, people see how strong you truly are. Or you guys have this amazing support system around you, which congratulations, right? Like that's a big deal. I hope you guys, those of you that have that, I hope you know and you are grateful for that, because that is a big deal to have that type of situation around you. Not everybody gets to experience that, but you guys could have this beautiful support system around you. And that's why no matter how many times your heart gets broken, it's always like going back to family, going back to this connection that you have with your family, and knowing that they'll always be there for you and you'll always be there for them. And it's like this bond, this unbreakable bond that you guys have. Let's see what else is here. Yeah. Look at this. All swords cards coming out. Here's the thing. It's like when things go wrong, people see you as someone who's lucky. Isn't she lucky, that Hollywood girl? They say, she's so lucky, she's a star, but she cries with her lonely heart, thinking, if there's nothing missing in my life, then why do these tears come at night? Wow, okay. That is the channeled song for y'all. That's Lucky. That's by Britney Spears off of her, like, 90s album. Okay, but that's what came through. Like, people think that you're lucky. But that song has so much weight to it, because it's like, if you're so lucky, then why is it that you've cried so many tears? Why is it that you've been hurt so many times? Why is it that people have given you all this grief in your life? And there's times when you feel like it's you against the world. Even if you do have this support system, there's moments when it still feels like it's you against the world, because nothing has ever played out in your life. Like maybe your family, like they always have good connections. Like they have friends that have been there for their whole life. They have friends that have been around them their whole life. But for you, you might not have. And people see this resistance to letting people get close to you outside of that small circle, the loving circle that you've built around you. Your family sees that too. They want more for you, but there's also this knowing that because of the past betrayal here, it's like I feel like you guys might get pressured. Why do I get this image? I cannot make this up. I just got this image in my head. Like if you guys are single, you have like a mom or a grandma that's always like, when are you gonna get married? When are you going to find somebody? When are you going to get involved with somebody? Like, and if it's not even marriage, like, it's just like, when are you going to go out? When are you going to find friends? When are you going to do that? Like it's the one that's always pressuring you to do what they think is right. And you're just like, look, do you even understand what I've dealt with? Like, it kind of seems like this is one of the people that's been really closed off to your journey. This could be a friend. This could be a coworker. This could be anybody in your energy is like this. And people see this, right? There's other people that see this, and they see how you're like, I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with you doing that. You've been super kind to this person, and people see you still being able to get what it is that you desire. So I feel like you guys are good manifestors. But if you look, we have all air cards here. People see how cerebral you are. You could very well be an air sign. These people see you as smart, intelligent, witty. You could be the one that no one even tries to banter with, because your banter is like next level banter. Okay, and that's kind of specific. That might not resonate with all of you guys, but this is like, that's the energy that I'm getting here. And that's why, like, you have this one person in your life that thinks that they know you better than you know yourself. They don't even try to banter with you or anything like that, but they just always voice their opinions, and you're just always like, are you serious right now? Like, are you kidding me? And everybody's on the sideline like, oh, pile one's about to lose their crap now they're about to banter this person to next year is what they're gonna do. Like, and that's the thing. And it's like, you're always show up kind, and you just kind of like cut it off at wherever it is. They're like, oh, when are you gonna get together with somebody? We're not gonna talk about that. Or you just kind of ignore them, or you do the smile and nod thing. What is that like? Oh, what am I see it right now and I can't. Oh, lovely. Lovely. Like, you're so sarcastic, but they don't see it that way because they're so close-minded in how they view the world that they don't see your sarcasm, and everybody around is like, ooh. Pile one, whoever this person is, 0. Like, that's the energy that's coming through. But this is how people see you. They see you as very intelligent, but they also see you sometimes as not knowing exactly what it is that you want or where it is that you want to go. And part of that is because maybe this person has a huge role that they play in your life, and they see that as, putting you in a position where you kind of get confused about life, or you seem confused about life. And then other times you just seem so lucky. With this 3 of Swords here, the 3 of Swords in my deck is all about, it's like intervention from source. This is like, you've struggled, you've been through the hardships, and now I'm sending you someone to help. Like, you have the laurel wreath behind the sword here, and the laurel wreath is it's like a symbol of strength and loyalty, right? And so it's like, I'm being loyal to you because you have fought this war, because you fought this mental battle, because you fought this spiritual war. We talked about how spiritual you guys could be with Neptune energy here, and don't think I actually said it was Neptune, but that is Neptune, just in case you guys didn't know. But the thing is there's this like war that's going on inside and outside of you, and people see that going on, and they see that even though you've had this upset in your life, like the Ace of Cups in reverse is severe lack of self-love. Okay, when you look at this, it looks like a cathedral here, right? Like, this looks like a church, a cathedral. When my Ace of Cups is in the upright, it's talking about, yes, love. This could talk about romantic love, but at its core, this is really talking about connection with the divine, connection with source, connection with your higher self, connection with your intuition, whatever it is that you believe in. I'm not here to, convince you what's real and what isn't real. I apologize. I didn't realize I didn't have that in frame. But this is like that connection to the higher power, to yourself. And then when it's in the reverse, it's like people see that you've put so much energy and effort into others and had your heart broken so many times that it's almost like you don't feel worthy of love, even though you have this amazing system around you, even though you have people who are happy and growing around you, you have a family around you. Like I said, you guys could have kids. This could be your kids. This could be your extended family. The 8 of Cups, this is a family card, whether that's family being family or family being what not everybody is used to seeing in that extended family. What you might have grown up in is that no matter what, we give each other everything. With it in the upright here, it's telling me that you guys have experienced this where it's like the glue that holds each other together, right? And you could be that glue. You could be the glue. People seeing that you're the glue in the family. But they're also seeing that no matter what, you're capable of coming together with those that you love and being yourself and not letting what has happened in the past determine or derail you from being yourself. Let's get a couple more cards on it. Source, what else for pile number 1? How do people see pile 1? Yeah, as a boss. Do you see how that flew out? Like, it just flew out. Like, this is, and I feel like this wants to be on the Ace of Cups here, and that's why it flew out where it did. It's because no matter what you guys have been through, you still show up as the leader. You guys, like I said, you guys could be the glue that holds your family together. You guys could be the leader in your family. Like, even though there's moments of upset and discord with this 4 of Swords in the reverse here, even though there's things where make you feel detached or squeezed off, or like, no matter what I do, I'm getting cut from every angle, people still see you showing up like a boss, taking care of business. Taking care of business. Right? Like, you guys must listen to a lot of music. I mean, I get songs as messages all the time. Like, if you guys watch me for any amount of time, you will see I always get channeled messages with songs. Sometimes they're same songs. Sometimes they're songs that maybe I've only heard once or twice. But when I start to get like multiple songs on one reading, like, y'all must listen to some music. Like, that must be your guys' go-to for just relieving yourself of stress. Let's get one more card out. Source, may I please have one more card for pile number 1? Yeah, okay. So this coming out over here too, like, they're seeing that you guys show up despite all the responsibility that you guys have. I feel like a lot of your broken heart comes from feeling trapped in the world that you're in. It's like, it's not that you guys aren't grateful for what you have, okay? Like, that's not what I'm saying here. It's like people see how heavy your burdens weigh on you. So if you guys do have kids, this could very much be a single parent type energy coming in, and you guys are the providers. Like, you guys are the ones that take care of everything, and people see the responsibility with this 10 of Wands in the reverse here. It's like being weighed down by things that are very heavy, having a lot of responsibility, taking care of others, things that you feel like need to be shared, and they're not being shared here. And people see that. They see that no matter what, you still show up. Like, we have the 8 of Coins in the reverse. And I feel like this is just showing it's like, it's been hard because there's this conformity that's coming through here, right? And it's like, that's not how you want to live your life, but that's the only way that's been given to you, is how to conform with societal beliefs, whether that's the 9 to 5 or just, you know, working as much overtime as you can. And then when you're off, you try to spend as much time as you can with the family, but it still feels like something's missing. People are seeing that. They're seeing that come out, but they see that no matter what, like, you work the system, you work with the system, and they see you struggling because it's not like I said, you feel like people feel that you're lucky, because I feel like a lot of things come through for you if you have the support system. Maybe they help you, they take you on vacations, or you guys get to experience things, but you yourself feel lacking somewhere because of this conformity, and people are seeing how hard you're working, but they're also seeing that no matter how hard you work, there's that missing aspect to yourself here. Yeah, and it feels like you guys are so supportive. Like, you guys are the structure in your family. You guys are the stability in your family. You guys are the stability in your life. Even if you don't have a family, it's just like you guys take care of everybody around you. You guys take care of whoever's in your energy, whoever you love. Let's get some oracles out for you guys. Can you please have some oracle cards for pile number 1, source? So dominating energies that I have here are Aries. Yeah, we just had Sagittarius flip over. So you guys could be a fire sign or an air sign. So we have optimism, exploration, and freedom. So I feel like this is what you guys need to go into to alleviate yourself from this burden of your overactive mind. You guys could very much be overthinkers, and that's what people see. But they're saying that this is a message from Source saying to let yourself be optimistic about life, to explore and find what makes freedom for you. We have Virgo on the bottom, integrity, reverence, and service. And don't feel like that's taking you out of your integrity or your honor, or what it is that you've worked hard for, because you've already worked so hard for that. You know what matters to you. If you explore yourself now, you get to experience yourself as well. And like, that's what you want to do. It's like, you know what's important to you, you know what you're willing to take care of, you know what you're willing to do. Can you make space for yourself? Yeah, definitely child in this. Like, we have childhood innocence here. This is another confirmation that there are kids here. If not, this is about you guys reconnecting with your inner child. And, you know, Sagittarians are like the partiers of the zodiac. When you guys meet Sagittarius that is in their power, and that's crazy because Britney Spears is a Sagittarius, guys, and that's the song that came really clear for you guys. But just that partier, like, wants to be out there loud and proud. They're fun. They like, my neighbor's a Sagittarius, and I just love her to death because she reminds me of just no matter what you experience in life, it's okay to be fun, to have fun, to experience it still. Like, even when it's serious, like, she still just knows how to show up. Every once in a while, she'll come and drop candy at the door, just be like, hey, I think about you, I love you. Like, that's what I feel like people see in you. Like, they see how much you give to others, and it's just like reminding to give yourself that energy as well. And like, I feel like this is indicative of you guys shining light. If you guys have kids, like, you always shine your light on your kids. They're the light of your world. And for those of you that aren't parents, that could be your fur babies, that could be your friends, that could be your coworkers, but whatever it is, it's like you treat them like they're yours. Like, there is no separation. They're your responsibility, and you take that responsibility so seriously. And there's this sense of Source asking you here to allow yourself some freedom to experience this for yourself. Can you give this energy back to yourself? Look, we have ceremony invocation on the bottom, and this is all about spending time in prayer and meditation, invoking your spirit guides, invoking your higher self, invoking time with spirit, with Source. You know, and it's like, this can seem very scary if you're not sure what to do. The simplest way to do this is to sit down with a candle and pray, right? And ask for help. Ask what feels good for you, and then go towards that, you know? Because it's different for everybody. It's like, so much in the world, we're always trying to tell everybody how they have to believe, and how they have to pray, and how they have to act, and how they have to be spiritual. And there's as many ideas of spirituality as people exist. So find what works for you, okay? Let's see here. I felt it. No? Which one is it? That one. Yeah. Okay, is that it? Yeah. Okay. Look, and like I was saying, some of you guys are single, and it's like you don't want to, but it's like, see yourself as marriage material. Like, you guys don't need to get involved in just these one night stands. You don't need to get involved in these situations. Like, you guys could have a lot of quote unquote booty calls, okay? Or you guys have lived like that before, and it's like, that's easier than inviting someone in to trust them with the home that you built. This is saying, if you guys want that in your life, you want marriage in your life, you have to see yourself as marriage material. And I feel like that's why it's so irritating for you guys when you have this person who's like, when are you going to get married? And it's like, you don't understand the safety net that I built at home. And I'm not going to argue with you. This is also confirmation of that energy coming through as well. So whatever resonates with you guys. We have dance, not for movement, but for release. Yeah, you guys need to release that old energy and come into a place where you love yourself. And dance is a good way to connect with your sacral chakra, to allow yourself to feel those emotions that maybe you've been hiding from for so long. And then we have stop lying to yourself just so you can stay. There's someone toxic in your guys' energy. We definitely talked about that in the beginning. It might not necessarily be this person, but it might be this person. And so they're just saying, don't lie to yourself so that you can stay in a situation that you feel is that's the only way to keep your family together. You have to be true to yourself here. This is so imperative. If people see you as a strong being, it's time for you to believe that you're a strong being too, because I feel like you guys don't. I feel like you're just always kind of like, I'm barely holding it together, and it's hard for me to believe that I'm anything but just here to... Wow, okay. I thought I had one, and I lifted my hand out of the bag and went to go throw it, and there was nothing there. I literally went through the motion like that, and there was nothing in my hand. That is so crazy. But yeah, I feel like that's the thing. It's like you think that it's like you're just barely hanging on, and yet people see you as this amazing, strong individual, and yet it's like you just are like, nope, I'm just doing the bare minimum so I can survive. Like, you see everybody else is strong and capable except for yourself, and this is saying to believe in yourself. Success is the greatest weapon in life. Yeah, so whoever's toxic in your energy, like, just being successful on your journey is going to be your greatest weapon, not to get back at them. Blessed. Yeah, like I was saying, like, people think you're lucky. They think that you're so lucky. You're very blessed. Like I said, you're very grateful for all that you have. I feel this sense of gratitude for everything. And so when you feel less than grateful for things, like, you kind of feel guilty about that. And that's not something to really be mad about. That's a very human experience to have, and to know that you can still be upset with a situation and know that you're blessed. So finding the trigger, why are you feeling upset in this moment, and what can you do to change that for yourself going forward? You need to embrace courage. Yeah, see, this is the thing. Like, people see you as a courageous person, but you don't see yourself as courageous. You don't do the courageous things that you know you need to, because all your attention is on someone else. And people see this. We are proud of you. This is from your guides, from source, from your higher self, whoever it is. This could be your ancestors, but yeah, your spiritual team is very proud of you. You guys have come a long way. You've done a lot. You need to celebrate yourself upon a breakthrough. Yeah, you guys are about to come up into this healing place in your life. So beautiful. You know, and the white feather is all about connecting with the divine and seeing things from this pure place and finding that purity within you. I'm going to read this one from the guidebook. Let me grab that really quickly here. Come to me, my guidebook, come to me. Okay, so we have Princess of the Autumn Harvest. You guys got a master number 22. Let me see what she says. Okay. This, before I even read this, like, I do want to say that this to me makes it feels like it's like letting go of the old so you guys can make room for the new. But as you let go, there's going to be this space for reflection that's going to feel empty. It's almost like empty nest syndrome. And to relish in that so that you guys can be prepared for what's coming, you know, and that's the energy that I'm getting even before I read this. So let's see what she says. Let me see here. Oh my gosh, if I can get to the right page. Okay. The Princess of the Autumn Harvest brings gifts of bounty and blessing for efforts, right? You guys are so blessed, like, and you know that. And actions of the past. It is a time when fruit of labors is ripe for the picking. A beautiful blessing is on its way to you now. This may come in the form of a spiritual gift, an opportunity, a windfall of abundance, a significant relationship, or an important friendship, and more. With gratitude in your heart, you will recognize the blessing when it comes to you, and it will serve you perfectly. Be open to receive it, knowing it is justly deserved. So again, like I was saying, like, you know you're blessed. We got blessed out of the channeled messages bag. We had Lucky, that song playing. Like, people see you as blessed. Do you really know that you're blessed? I know that you're grateful, but it's like, do you know that you're blessed even for the hardships? That's still a blessing, and that's what they want me to point out here. But knowing that and holding that in your heart will help you. And then if you're not able to hold that, why? Like, asking yourself, why am I not able to hold this? Not to feel guilty, not to beat yourself up, but to be more curious. You know, find that, what is it, Alice in Wonderland, when she says curiouser and curiouser? Yeah, that's what you need to do. It's like curious and find out an answer to that, and then be even more curious and find another answer to that. And know that these feelings you're experiencing aren't making you a terrible person. They're just very human, and we all experience them. Says a divine blessing is on its way to you now. It might be an obvious blessing where your heart sings and your spirit soars, or it might start off as a hidden blessing which leads to you to that heart-opening state in a less obvious way. It could be letting go of a toxic person, right? Sometimes we don't realize that we are being blessed because a blessing is in avoiding something that would have caused us unnecessary pain or suffering, distracting us from our path and lowering our vibration for a time. It may only be some time later that we realize that we were indeed spared what could have been great suffering. Sometimes we don't even realize how loved and protected we are in precious moments where we are gifted blessings in disguise. So I'm not going to read too in far, like, these are really long, and so I'm just going to leave it there. But the thing is that you guys are super blessed. You know, 4 came out quite a bit here too. So we have 444 coming out. You guys may see that a lot. 4 is all about stability, finding that inner stability. And you guys are about to have a glow up that you might not realize. And again, that doesn't necessarily have to be money. That doesn't even have to be likes, shares, and subscribes. That doesn't have to be any of that. This is like a glow up spiritually from within. And that is going to show to others. And others are going to still feel like, oh my gosh, you're so lucky. You're blessed. Like, It's like they're not going to understand that, but they do see that, and people are seeing that. And so you need to look at yourself in the mirror and see that for yourself so that you guys know that you deserve what's coming for you. You know, you guys are worthy of these blessings that are coming in. I loved your reading. I hope that this helps. I hope that this resonates with you guys. I'm going to leave it there. If it did resonate, hit that thumbs up button down below, subscribe to the channel, and set the notification bell so you always know when the next video is uploaded. And if you guys are interested in longer readings, check out my Readings by Circe page. That should be linked down below in the description box. If not, there is a button you guys can hit on my page, as well as you guys can just type it in the search box and I will show up. So with that being said, I'm truly honored to be here. I send you guys a big energetic hug. I was honored to connect with your energy today. And until next time, I'm going to leave it here, but I will see you guys on the next reading. And until then, stay human. Bye, guys. Welcome, my fellow humans that chose pile 2. For those of you that chose this beautiful mallard feather, this is going to be your reading. I'm going to leave it over here, and we'll check out this card later. We are going to start with the dice. So let's go ahead and cleanse those here. And then we'll ask, so this is, how do others see you, right? How do people see you? So again, this could be just people around you. This could be anybody, a stranger, your family, your lover, whatever, guys. It's just how people see you, okay? And we'll see what messages come through. So source for pile number 2, my fellow humans. How do people see pile 2? How do people see pile 2? Source, what can you tell us about how people see pile 2? What messages can you share with us about how people see pile 2, source? Okay, let's zoom in. That's interesting. Whoa, is that seriously that far in? Jiminy Christmas. Jiminy Christmas, guys. Jiminy Christmas. I didn't mean to go that far in. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay, so we have House 6, Gemini, and Neptune energy. First and foremost, y'all a bunch of psychics, okay? You guys all know what the heck is going on when you shouldn't know what's going on. And people can't stand that, okay? They get kind of creeped out by that. You guys could be very serious about your health, and people see this. They see you guys taking care of your body. They see you guys taking care of your fitness, your wellness, your hygiene. You guys have good daily routines. So this is like, y'all are probably a bunch of psychos. No, I'm just kidding. You guys are all probably those people that go to the gym religiously. Even when you're sick and sniffly, you're still like showing up to work out. Even if you don't go to the gym, like still at home, you're still working out. And if not, it just means that people see you as like a generally healthy person. Like you guys have a very healthy body style. You guys are very much in tune with your well-being on a whole. You guys could also be pet psychics. I don't know why that's coming through, but it is here. Yeah, you guys could be able to see your pets or people's pets and be able to tell people like what's going on with them or what they're thinking or how they're feeling. And this is something that kind of trips people out because they're like, how do you communicate with them? You're like, I just know. And it's like, maybe you hear what they're thinking too. And you can like describe that to people, and it kind of like trips people out. They're just like, oh yeah, like I took them to the vet. How did you know that that's what they had? And you're like, because they just told me. And people are like, what are you talking about? Like, so people see that. They see that you're very psychic. They see that you guys have these abilities, but you also provide services to others. So like when you guys are at work, maybe you help your coworkers out. You guys have amazing work habits, whatever it is that you do. If you own your own business, if you go to a regular job, if you guys have a 9-to-5, whatever it is, you guys definitely help out others. Like you take it upon yourself to really make sure everybody's life is easy, because you enjoy when things flow smoothly. So you want others to experience that as well. You guys also are super organized, and people see that and they appreciate that. I feel like without your guys' organization, everything would be chaos, and people really appreciate your organization. Okay, so they're like really enjoy that. You guys may be prone to accidents too. So there's this energy coming through that some of you guys are clumsy and people see that. Like, and it's nothing bad. Like, it's nothing like they just might see like maybe you guys trip up the stairs instead of down them, or you guys like trip on your own shoes without, and you don't even have shoelaces, or maybe you like run into the side of desks sometimes, or you hit the corner of the door jamb or whatever it is, guys, and or the door frame. People do notice these things about you guys, okay? They also see how intelligent you guys are. Like, people are like, wow, pile 2, you're so smart. You guys may have an extensive vocabulary, but besides that, this is like book smart as well as street smart. Like, you guys are able to integrate and find fluidity between the two and use that to your advantage wherever you go and whatever it is that you do. And so people really like that about you. There's a tendency though where maybe you guys can be inconsistent when it comes to your social networks. So I feel like you guys are very much workaholics and you guys do have a close network of friends, but I feel like sometimes your friends are left out in the cold because you guys work so much and you take work so seriously. And so that is something that's coming through here. You guys also have a very mischievous attitude to you guys. You kind of like, you like fun, you like to be goofy, you like to get out there and like trick people. You guys might be the one that always plays pranks on somebody. So, and people kind of get irritated about it, but they also like, if you weren't in their life, like no one would play pranks on them. And it's like, they kind of like weigh the pros and cons. How would that be without pile 2 in my life playing pranks on me? And so it kind of like brings an extra additional like flavor, some flavor into their lives. Pile 2, some flavor. Okay. You guys might be a twin. Okay, you guys could be a twin. You don't, and that's not gonna, that's like for a very small few of you, but Gemini is the sign of twins. And so for some of you guys, you might be a twin. And that's really cool for people to know a twin. And it doesn't have to be identical. You guys could be fraternal twins or whatever. Like it's just like this interesting energy. Like people are like, oh, it's cool. I know a twin. Pile 2 is a twin. Like, you know, and you chose pile 2. So 2 for 2, guys. 2 for 2. Regardless though, they see you as being really close with your siblings, the people that you grew up with, whether that's your close friends from school, your family, whoever it is, they definitely see you guys have this very close-knit community around you guys. They also see that you're very cunning. Like, this is like a good kind of cunning, not like that, oh, you're gonna be like coy and cunning. Like, no, this is like, you guys are smart when it comes to taking care of and solving problems in your life. And so you find very cunning solutions to the problems that you're presented with in life. And people really think that that's neat. They think that that's a cool thing to have around. Someone cool to know that's like that. Okay. Again, you guys are very psychic. You have a very strong intuition. You guys relish on your imagination here. I feel like you guys are very imaginative with everything in your life. Like, you guys could be fashion designers. You guys could be photographers. You guys could be artists. You guys could do anything that uses your imagination. Like, you guys definitely love to do that. That's something that you guys rely on. And you guys can be psychic. You guys can have psychic abilities. Now there's way too many for me to go into, but you know, we have psychic medium. There are people who have visions. There are people who have one of the clairs, and there's too many clairs to remember them all. There's clairvoyance, clairsentience, claircognizance, there's like one for hearing, seeing, tasting, smelling, feeling, knowing. Like, so for all of our senses, there's a clair. All right. So there you go. You guys may have dealt with some kind of addictions in the past that people have seen you guys overcome, and they've seen how you've been able to open up to others. Like, I am getting an image right now that some of you guys may run like an AA type meeting on like once a week or Saturdays or so. I don't know why they said Saturdays, but Saturdays came through. But there's like this type of meeting that people see you go to, and they see you, you know, helping other people by being vulnerable about your story and what it is that you've experienced. So, and it might not even be that. That was very specific that came through. But people notice this about you and they see that and they think that that's really cool. They find inspiration because of you. And it's like, you're probably over there like, yeah, but it's just something that I dealt with and I'm trying to find the best way to deal with that still and to heal from that. And it's like, people just see you as an inspiring individual and they think that that's really cool that you do these things. You guys could very well be into spirituality. You guys could be into, things like, why do I want to hear? Why do I want to hear? I actually heard, I was going to say, why do I want to say, but I heard conspiracy theory, like things that people don't usually talk about, like you guys are all in for, like those weird subjects that kind of make people uncomfortable. Like maybe it's politics, but you're not really into politics. You talk about the other side of politics that people don't talk about. Like that's something that people notice about you guys, and that's not going to resonate with everybody. That's very specific. Let me zoom out. Okay, well, that's too far. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I don't know why I'm singing that right now, but maybe you guys, that's why people see you. They see you soaring, right? Like they see like you're always in the air. Okay, thank you, Source. They just showed me the picture of a bald eagle, so they see you guys like that. Like when I was saying cunning, like, you know how bald eagles, they're so smart. They're like representative. There's so many things a bald eagle is representative of. But like they're talking about that cleverness right now, and like that's why I was singing that. And you guys don't fear having to go and be out there in the public. So let me actually shuffle these. Source, what else can you tell us? How do people see pile number 2? How do people see pile number 2? Thank you. Now I got that song stuck in my head. Pile 1 with the music too. Y'all might be musicians or you really like music a lot. I got so many songs in pile 1. I was like, Jiminy Christmas, so many songs is coming through. Like some random songs too that I haven't heard in a long time. So let's see, how else do people see pile number 2, Source? Wow, thank you. How else do people see pile number 2, Source? Whoa, thank y'all. Thanks so much, Source. Thanks. How else do people see pile number 2? I feel like you guys are really unorthodox and unusual individuals. I've been really like goofy on your pile, and so I feel like that's exactly, you guys are very goofy individuals, and like people really love that about you. Like they see you as not being afraid to like be like a child, right? Like to be like a child, to be like that, like goofy. If you want to be goofy, you're gonna be goofy. Like, okay, so I can't even imagine like how to describe this, but like I sing this song and it's not even a song, it's just something I made up as like, I sing it with Scooby-Doo, right? And I sometimes will replace the words with Scooby-Doo. So I have this song that sometimes I'll walk around and sing, and they're showing me to tell you that right now. And it's not about me, but this is like, I don't usually show people this side of me. And it's like, usually I'm more serious about the things that I do, but there's a song and it's like, I always go, Scooby-Dooby-Doo, Scooby-Dooby-Dooby-Doo, right? And like, I feel like that's the type of silly that you are. Like, there's no rhyme or reason to why you're being silly. Like, you're just being silly. So I'm not trying to make it about me. It's just like, that's the thing that they're showing me right now. You guys could be a Sagittarius. Don't trip out about the reversals. Okay, yeah. What else do we got? Yeah. You guys are very passionate people. See, here's the thing. You know what people see about you? They see that no matter what they do, like, because you know how people are time wasters, okay? Like, and people waste your time for no reason. Like, you have people who are a friend group and they'll be like, hey, let's go out on Saturday. I'll meet you at 10 o'clock. And then they don't show up until 1 o'clock. And you're like, man, I wasted 3 hours waiting for your lazy butt to show up. And now what? And they're like, well, okay, but you know, you love me. You know, that's how I am. But let's still go. And you're still irritated by it, right? Well, so you're not the person that's actually going to wait around for those 3 hours, right? But you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay. So you're the person that's like, okay, after 20 minutes, I'm just going to go and take care of what I need to do. And then when they show up, you're busy. And they're going to be like, hey, pile two, I thought we had plans. And you're like, yeah, we had plans at like 10 o'clock. Where were you? I'm sorry, I have other things I got to go do. But you don't let it knock you off kilter, right? People will try to knock you off your rocker. That's what I heard right now. They'll try to knock you off your rocker and you don't let it. And it's because you guys have done so much healing. With the temperance in reverse, this is also confirming that some of you guys may have been dealing with a heavy addiction. Okay, and if you guys are healing from that, like, let me applaud you, because that is something that is extremely difficult, and it takes someone with a huge amount of courage and conviction in themselves to heal from that. So let me give you guys a round of applause. That's amazing. But the temperance in reverse really does talk about dealing with the inability to heal from an addiction. And it's like, I feel like there's some people in your life that want you to stay in that addiction. But like I was saying, I kept getting this energy that some of you guys, maybe you don't run a meeting, maybe you just are in the process of going to meetings, and there's some people who see you as the old you. And I'm not telling you this to make you feel upset. I'm telling you this because people are scared when it comes to change. Like, when you change yourself, that scares other people. It has nothing to do with them, right? You making a change for yourself for the good, that's everything to do with you. And that's you doing something good for yourself. But it scares others because now they think you're going to change the way you show up with them. And you do. But for others of you guys, you already have dealt with this, or you're like really far into the healing process of this. And addiction doesn't necessarily have to be like drugs or alcohol or, you know, or sex or anything like that. It could be a food addiction, and you had to go to a group so that you could just see that you weren't the only one dealing with that, right? Like, it could be a grief. It could be anything. It's just like this addiction to something here that you couldn't get away from. This could be a social media addiction. This could be a TV addiction. This could be anything. Right? And you guys have really tried to heal that. And it's like you're taking steps towards that. If you see this Knight of Wands here, he's like moving towards that, seeing that as part of his journey, seeing that this is something that has weighed heavy on his shoulders for a long time. And maybe you haven't been able to do it because of finances, and maybe you haven't been able to do it because of certain extenuating circumstances, but you guys have made steps for yourself with the Seven of Cups here and the Knight of Wands together. And people are seeing you guys making those steps here with the Sun in reverse. It scares them. It scares them. You healing scares them. So you guys may have people in your life currently that, like, okay, I just have to say this is a trigger alert before I say anything. So if you guys are triggered very easily, like, I completely understand if you have to stop watching. Okay, like I do. But I need to say this because it's like that's what's coming out. What people are seeing is like maybe you had a friend group that was in the same addiction that you had, okay? I'm just going to make this very, like, Source is giving me a very specific thing here, and I'm not going to say it, okay? Because the thing is it's very specific. It feels like it's just for one of you guys, maybe a handful of you guys. But the thing is that I don't feel comfortable triggering this, even though Source is telling me I need to say this, okay? So I'm going to try and find this roundabout way to explain this in a very general way so that you understand. What people see is that maybe you had a best friend, or you have friends. Like I was saying, you guys could be twins, maybe twins together, maybe your sibling together here was in this addiction with you, okay? This is someone you considered a brother or sister, whatever it is, but someone very close to you is in this addiction with you. And now you're changing, you're setting boundaries for yourself, which means that you can't hang out with them like you did, and that scares them. And it's like they see you guys blocking yourself off to this imbalance of life, and they want you guys to go back into that imbalanced state because they like having their friend, right? Of course, when someone encourages you or does what you do, and it's like when you have an enabler in your life, you want that enabler to stick around because they're enabling you to do something and not forcing you to make a change. However, because there's a change here, now you're the person who changed. They don't have the enabler anymore, and they see you guys as that change. And while at a deep soul level, they're very proud of you and they're cheering you on, at the very human, emotional ego level, they're scared. And so they're scared of losing their sibling, their friend, the person that they care about the most in the world. This is a very, very synchronistic reading, but at the same time, this is very heavy. Let me see. Let's get some more cards out on it, Source. How do others see pile number 2? But people see you making a change. Yeah, finding stability. Despite the rough situation, and if you guys aren't dealing with addictions, okay, that's fine. They just see you guys going. The main reason that addiction is coming through is because that's what we talked about up here with the dice. It came through with the dice, so it's being clarified here by the Temperance in reverse. Okay, but the main thing is they're saying you guys have dealt with something that's very upsetting. The world around you sees you dealing with this, and they see how you're trying to build inner stability, financial stability, physical stability in this world. You guys are making an effort here, and that is inspiring to others. Can I please get some more? Yeah. You set boundaries, and it broke someone's heart. You said no. No more. This could be a toxic connection. This could be anything, right? But it broke someone's heart because now, there again, the enabler's gone. This is saying that now it's just one-sided. Now it's only you want to love them because you want to love them, but you're not going to enable them anymore, and that makes this person brokenhearted because now I don't have the person who said it's okay for me to do this. You may have been the one person in the world who said it was okay to do it because you were doing it too, right? And so it broke someone's heart, and people see that. They see that this person's heart is broken, but they see, like, it doesn't diminish the way that they feel about you. They see you as an inspiration because you're making a huge change in your life. And this is so specific, guys. If this reading's not resonating with you, please feel free to check out one of the other 2 piles, okay? This is a very specific reading. Yeah. And you guys have learned how to balance multiple things in your life and take charge in your life. Okay? Interesting. 222 coming out. You guys could very well see 222 a lot. 2 is trusting the process, you know, remembering that there's always duality. There is no good without the bad. There is no bad without the good. So not beating yourselves up for having experienced something like this, realizing that that's just you guys having to go through the storm in order to experience what the blessing is or the rainbow. Yeah, there's this illusion that had been around you for so long. Okay, and this is something that people see. They see you having lived in an illusion and now attempting to fight against that with the 4 of coins here, the 7 of cups, and the Knight of Wands, attempting you to fight against that illusion, something that felt very real. This was your reality for a long time, and now to step away from that and to understand yourself on a deeper level, people are just in awe. They're just so amazed by you, and that's a very powerful motion in life, guys. So if you've done this, if this is resonating with you, I applaud you. Like, honestly, this is so amazing. Let's get some oracles out on it. Please have an oracle card for pile number 2, Source. Thank you. Yeah, waterfall, effortless. People see you as making this change. It was so effortless. And I already hear you. No, this is the biggest struggle in my life. Like, I hear so much of that coming through, like this, the resistance that you had to go through, the upset that you had to experience. Like, I feel that, but you're making it look effortless. Okay. Whatever you had to overcome, the hardships in life, like, people see you as doing it effortlessly. Like, they see you as just being able to do things without much effort. Like, okay, like, I'm not trying to, but without much more than just letting it happen to you guys, really, right? You guys, everything rolls downhill easily. Everything comes downhill easily. And it's like you guys are in this place where it's like, I have to let my life go in this direction, because if I don't, like, I'm going to go back into this upset energy, this imbalance, this inability to heal myself. And that's not what I want. I want to see through the illusions. And that's what you guys are doing. This is like some kind of spiritual cleansing. You know, water is a purifying element. So with it coming up here in waterfall, it's like, this is like being showered and purified from the inside out. Yeah, I love that lightning came out for you guys. So lightning power, this card talks about duality. And we were talking about duality just a second ago with the number 2. And this card literally says, without lightning, there cannot be thunder. This is all of life. Without good, there cannot be evil. Without evil, there cannot be good. Excuse me. And that's everything in life. So if you're experiencing something, right? So when we talk about addictions, without addiction, there cannot be sobriety. And without sobriety, there cannot be addiction. They don't exist without one another, right? They exist because of one another. It has to be that way. All right. And that it feels like, well, why can't we just get rid of both aspects of it? Because there is no getting rid of it. There's too many people. There's too many opposing energies. There's too many dualistic, contrasting energies around the world. This is just the life we live. But you guys are making a change in your own life. You guys are lighting up and embracing the power that you have on the journey that you've decided to take. And a lot of people feel powerless. And for you, you may still feel powerless, but people see you coming from a very empowered state. And that could be the thing, is once you started to heal from whatever this is, right? Again, we're talking about addiction, but at the same time, whatever you've healed from, okay, whatever you've chosen to heal from, it has opened your third eye. And as you've opened your third eye, you begin to see that psychic energy come through, or you guys have opened up your gifts because of this healing. Wow, that is far too many. They want this one though. Chiron. I cannot make this stuff up. This is hurt and heal. Chiron is all about the karmic cycles that we go through that we have to choose to heal. If you see, there's this waterfall falling into the depths down here from Chiron. It's like, this is energy of you guys choosing to heal your karmic debts, right? So whatever it is that you've experienced in life, it's been really hard. Again, it's like, you may make it look effortless, but this has been destined for you to heal in this lifetime. And it's you guys making the effort. It's making the choice to do this. Like I was saying, we had the health and well-being here with house 6, and that makes all of this is tying together now. Right? Like everything is coming together. That's why you guys work out so much. That's why you guys focus on your health so much. That's why you guys are so connected to your body, because it's like, you know what it is to be completely disconnected from yourself. We have air on the bottom here. That's Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra energy. It says open-mindedness, objectivity, and learning. You guys are learning to climb the mountains in your life. You're learning that the climb is what makes it. It's part of the journey. It's right. The obstacles in our path are the journey. It's not them stopping us from enjoying the journey. And that's what you're learning. Like, you're learning that those obstacles are what are bringing you to enjoying the journey, even if those obstacles feel overwhelming, even if they feel so just like icky and stuck and ugh, I don't want to deal with this, but you guys are dealing with it. You guys are still going through it. Okay, so let's see. I do get this sense that you guys feel like you are not as powerful as you truly are. Like, I feel like you guys are like, why do people see me as someone who's powerful or someone who's an inspiration, when I feel like I'm hanging on by the skin of my chinny chin chin? And it's like, that's the thing. It's like, to make a choice to change, that's what's so powerful. Okay, like, that is something that so many people, they want to, but they refuse to make the choice to move forward. On the bottom of the deck, we have stand out above the crowd. Yeah, you guys are standing out right now. Whether you want to or you don't, like, you guys are just, you're making an impact just based on your healing journey. And then we have time to let go of anger and speak in a calm, clear, and concise manner. So this could be towards that person that wants you to be their enabler. This could also be to someone in your life right now that you've had to choose to let go of. Whatever it is, though, it's just remember that coming from a place of anger doesn't let you speak your truth. It makes you come from this place of emotional ego. When you come from this place of emotional ego, you're still left wanting, because you're not able to say what it is that you wanted to say in the get-go. And so this is just saying, like, come from this place of calm, inner peace, and let your let yourself speak what you mean to speak, right? Mean what you say and say what you mean. You've given up because of perceived defeat. Exactly. So it's like what I was saying earlier, like you guys don't feel strong. Like you don't feel like you're powerful. You don't feel courageous, but people see you as that. Okay, these are messages to you. This isn't how people necessarily see you. You guys are seen as an inspiration to those around you, but you, like, I just get this energy of I'm not worthy of being an inspiration because of the life I've lived. You know what? It's because of the life you've lived that you deserve to be an inspiration. Because you're going to help others get over stuff like that. Like, you're going to help others embrace the life that they've chosen. You're going to help others understand why they've been in these situations or why they chose to be in these situations, right? That's what makes you an inspiration. Have you ever noticed, like, inspiring people never lived boring lives, right? They didn't just wake up every day and go to school and go to work and no, like, people who are inspiring have always been, like, through some crazy stuff. And that's what I feel like you guys have been. Let's get some channeled messages on it. More has to happen before you get a clear answer. So I feel like you guys had a yes or no question or something you wanted answered in this reading. It just, there's more that has to go on, or the answer that you're looking for wasn't meant to come out in this reading. So I apologize for that, but that is source energy. I don't have control over that. So yeah. We have surrender. Let it unfold the way it is meant to. And this is that letting go, right? Surrender to the divine and let this play out the way that it was meant to from the get-go. It's not real love. So there's someone in your life, like, I really feel like this is the person you were enabling, or like you guys were enabling each other. And it's like hard because you care about them so much, right? You guys, it's like the pain that you shared together, it created a bond. Right? But that's trauma bonding at its finest. And that's not real love. That's just it's just a bond that's built from mayhem, right? Not a love bond. They promise soul healing, not a life together. So you guys could have been addicted to a way of being treated or a toxic individual. You know, I was with a narcissistic individual for a very long time. And when I left, I realized I was in this place of dealing with Stockholm syndrome. And it took a lot of patience with myself and convincing myself not to reach back out. Like, I can't explain how hard it was. It was like to not reach back out just one more time. And it was like every day I woke up and I told myself, just one more day. We're not going to reach out for just one more day. And that was the mantra that I had every morning I woke up. It was like I would say that to myself. And somehow after months, I finally was able to say, I'm glad I didn't reach out because I was able to heal from it. So this is like that type of energy. It's like this person has trauma bonded to you. You've trauma bonded to them. And trauma bonding is way more intense than actual love. Okay? It doesn't make it better than love. Because it's not. It's very toxic. It's very unbalanced. It's very hurtful. It's very, it's just a roller coaster ride all over. And that's why sometimes it's hard for people to get into a loving relationship with somebody where this person is healthy and you're healthy emotionally, because it's not as, wow, my neck just went crazy and popped, because it is not as intense as someone that you've trauma bonded with. Coming into alignment. Look, my neck just popped and I didn't know this was the next one that was going to get open. Yeah, so you guys are aligning your energy right now. It's like letting go of this energy and then coming into alignment with what's meant to be yours. Sexual healing. Yeah, you guys are healing from so much. Okay, this could have been a love interest that you guys were connected with. You guys could have had a very, like, again, I keep saying addiction, but it's like I was saying, like, they gave me very specific, but at the same time, it's like this could actually be being addicted to someone, right? Like, absolutely, I know how that feels, and it's not easy, but this was a promise to be healed from this hurt in this lifetime, okay? What's hidden. And I love this because when you turn this leaf, it turns from purple to green to blue. And that's what I feel like. It's like you never got a straight answer from this person. You never got a straight situation from this person. Like, it was always just kind of like, where you're steady, this person was all over the place, right? Like, you were just always showing up as you, and this person was all over the place. And it was like the realization that I have to decide what's best for me is what came. So we're going to read this one. Let's see what we got. Daughter of the Phoenix, number 6. And 6 is all about balance, seeing yourself from the eyes of the divine. This is about connecting with your inner soul, right? Like, I really feel that coming from this card. I actually don't know what this card means. I don't work with these cards quite enough to exactly know what they all mean. But with this light behind her, it's like this, I feel like, is connecting with your inner truth, the higher chakras, and connecting with your soul and what your soul purpose is. And part of experiencing what you've experienced has helped you guys really connect with that. Let's see what she actually says. Turned right open to it. Okay, look, guys, I can't make this up. This is so crazy. Oh my gosh, I just love the way Source works. I love and you guys being psychic, and I feel like that's coming through for you guys. Like, these are the same things. It just so the first line here is, when the soul's ready to spread its wings, it goes through a deep cleansing and purification and preparation for new levels of spiritual wisdom, power, and light. What did I say about the waterfall, guys? And we have power here. Like, I'm just going to hold these two together. I just said about connecting with your soul. I actually didn't know what this card talked about. I didn't. So it's like crazy. It says, just like the phoenix that is baptized through the celestial fire to be born anew, you are going through such a phase of heavenly purification, preparation, and initiation. This is an advanced phase of spiritual growth, and soon after you will enjoy greater spiritual peace, divine power, and advancement on your divine life path. Kuan Yin, daughter of the Phoenix, has been through fire both physically and heavenly, and has ascended into a position of greater spiritual peace, power, and authority. She guides you now to claim your rebirth and ascend. In the same way that if we were moving house, we need to sort through our possessions, and sometimes it is an opportunity to let go of that which we do not wish to take with us into our new life. As we prepare to move into a higher level of consciousness, there are old habits, stuck emotions, and stagnant energy that do not belong in our new life cycle. The path of purification and initiation by celestial fire is preparation for spiritual enlightenment, greater happiness, well-being, and prosperity, success, spiritual responsibility, and leadership. And I love that, because I was talking about how you guys, it feels like you guys are leaders. Right? It feels like you guys are leaders, and you're coming up into this place of leadership. It says it can be a challenging time, as that which would stand in the way of a new level of spiritual potency must be eliminated, and often these things are deep fears, doubts, and questions about our own worth and ability. What did I say? There's this energy coming through that you guys don't feel worthy of what it is that you're doing, but you are. You had to go through this. You had to heal, and you had to become who you are now, because you guys are going to heal others in this place. I'm going to leave it there, because that's just so powerful and consistent with everything that we've talked about on this. Whatever it is that you guys are dealing with, whatever this energy is, right? It's not pretty, but you guys are facing it. It's not pretty, but you guys are facing it, and that's something that's more powerful than anybody can understand until you go through it. When you go through the flames and you come out on the other side, you're going to understand how powerful that is for your life. Okay? I loved your reading, Pile 2. For those of you that made it with me to the end, thank you so much. And I applaud you on your efforts. Whatever it is that you're dealing with in life, whether that's just illusions, physical addiction, or whatever it is, I applaud you, because you guys have come so far. And I'm sending you guys out an energetic hug. With that being said, though, like this video if it resonated. Subscribe to the channel down below. Set the notification bell so you guys always know when the next video does get uploaded. If you're interested in longer readings, check out my other channel, Readings by Circe. Those only come out every other week on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is for ease and convenience. I will always post my videos at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time when they come out. Okay? Check out my daily dice. There will be a daily reading. That is my daily dice. The pick of cards will come out periodically here and there, enough for you guys to enjoy each week. And yeah, with that being said, I'm going to leave it here. I love you guys so much. Thank you again for being here. And until the next reading, stay human. Bye, guys. Welcome, my fellow humans who chose pile number 3, this feather here. If you guys hear noise, my dog is getting into her toy box, which is a food bowl. Or she's actually eating, she just sat on top of her food bowl, or her toy box, so. Anyways, this is for those of you guys that chose this feather. I'm actually going to turn it around because it leans the other way. We'll just put that up there out of the way. We'll check that out later. We are going to start with our astro dice. Let's go ahead and cleanse those. The smoke, and this is all about how others see you, pile 3. Let's find out how others see you, okay? So, Source, how do others see pile number 3? My fellow humans with pile number 3, how do others see you? Source, what can we tell pile number 3 about how others see them? What do they need to know? Okay, perfect. Let's zoom in. Wow, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to make things go bump in the night. Okay. Let's move these over here. Line it up, line it up, line it up right there. Let's see what we got. Okay, there we go. I think we're good. All right. So we have House 8, Sagittarian energy, and the Moon. Okay. House 8, the House of Scorpio. Karmic. Releasing fears. Releasing old habits, patterns, and things. Transformations, right? So people see you as being able to transform your energy from something that was old and into the new. I think you guys have done a lot of inner healing. It's like this feeling of always being on the lookout for what works for your journey. And you guys are definitely in the mode of living your journey. And people see you as being able to transform and invite in the new, right? You guys also don't talk very much about your life, but you are very interested in things that are taboo. Why I said bump in the night? You guys could very well be connected with occult things and things that people won't talk about because it's scary, but it's not scary. It's just, it's perceived as frightening because of old habits and beliefs that are tied to it, right? And so there's this energy around you guys that people see where you're not afraid to get involved in those things, to investigate, to really dig in deep and see what it is that everybody feels is so dangerous about these things that are taboo or secretive, right? You guys also maybe really, really good with your money, and people see that you take care of your debts. They see that you pay your taxes. They see that you have a home for some of you guys. And they see that that's something that you're going to be able to leave as a legacy for those that are around you. If not that, then it's like you guys are building a legacy to leave those that come after you, your children, your grandchildren, your grandchildren's children, so on and so forth. And people see that as you, mainly people see you as very secretive and not willing to share information. Even if they do try to pry, you guys just kind of keep it to the bare minimum. And that kind of like, people just don't really know like how to take that, right? Like they're just kind of like, well, pile number 3 never really lets us know too much about their life. They're kind of like mysterious in that way. You guys are definitely adventurous. You guys are very optimistic. You guys are very like much in this energy of seeking the truth for yourself. Like I said, it's like you guys maybe in the occult and things like that. And it's like, that's the energy. It's like, why do people think that these things are dangerous? What makes them dangerous? What makes them scary? It's like, you want to understand why that is. And people see you using that as forward motion to find that truth and to find what that means to you. Some of you guys may be very wealthy. That doesn't necessarily mean monetary wealth, but you may be perceived as being very wealthy and rich as well. You guys could have a very rich personality about you, where you guys, the way you dress, you're perceived to have a big bankroll, or where you guys, maybe you drive a really nice car, you worked really hard for it. And it's like, that's the one really nice thing that you have, but that's the only thing that anybody ever sees. And so they perceive you as having a big bankroll, or because you guys own your own house, right? Like these are things that not everybody gets to enjoy. And they just have this perception that you guys get to live this life of adventure. Maybe you guys travel a lot. You know, Sagittarius is a sign of travel. And so you guys are definitely a philosopher, though. They see you as having great wisdom. And you guys do not take any disrespect. Like, you guys are like, look, if you're going to disrespect me, you're going to get the tongue. Like, you guys will say something about it. You have no problem saying something when someone disrespects you. You guys are super enthusiastic. You're open-minded. You're willing to hear everybody's side of the story. You have a good morale. You are perceived as very lucky. You know, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is the planet of luck and expansion. And so I think that people really believe that you're lucky. Like, you don't have to work hard for anything. I already hear you guys, Becky. I work really hard for stuff. Like, you don't know. And it's like, no, that is like, you do. You work hard for things. It's just you're perceived as lucky. Okay, people think that you're like got a stroke of luck in your bones. Like, holy crap, I should take pile 3 to the casinos with me, because if I had pile 3 with me, I'd win big bucks. Okay, like, that's just how people see you. They see you as being a scholar. Like, you guys maybe have gone to school for a long time. You guys may still be a student, right? And they see you guys as being very intelligent and a scholar and wise and knowing a lot of things. And you guys may also be a wanderer where, you know, nothing kind of sticks. Like, you're not any one type of religious, or you're not any one type of belief, or you're, you know, like, you're constantly just learning new things. And it makes you this well-rounded person. And that's intriguing. The moon, we do have that secretive energy coming through here, right? The unconscious, like, you guys pry into your unconscious. You're not afraid to heal yourselves. And that kind of like baffles people, that you're willing to go into the darkness to really take care of that needs to be taken care of, because most people don't want to do that. Like, they're too afraid to do stuff like that. But you guys aren't. Like, you're willing to make those changes as necessary. And as you make those changes, like, people see your growth, and they see you guys turning into something new. Even though it's not really turning into something new, you're basically unburying yourself, right? They see you as very feminine, very much nurturing and nourishing. Like, you guys may love to cook and bake for people. That's just something random here. But you have a very strong intuition. We have the moon is all about your home. So again, that idea that maybe you guys own a home, or your home is very secretive to you, it's very private. You take care. It's like home is separate from everything else. And you guys are very much into personal care and taking care of your emotions and your habits, and reflecting on the way that life is around you, and you follow your instincts. And sometimes you guys may come off as moody, but it's just being human. They also see you as being an adventurer, that you guys are in touch with both your inner child and your inner mother. You're not afraid to nurture yourself when you need to nurture yourself, and you're not afraid to have fun when you want to have fun. And people are just kind of like, wow, pile 3, you've got all this going on for you. Why can't I be you? Like, I do feel a sense of jealousy from this, but I don't feel like you're a person that really is like, why are people jealous of me? Like, I feel like you're just kind of like, I'm just living my life the way I can. Why can't they just live theirs? And that's just, some people are like that, you know? So that's what I see from the dice here. I do get the sense that you guys are on the move all the time. Like, go, 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 fast, 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 fast. Like, why do I hear that song right now? Speed Racer. Go, Speed Racer. Go, Speed Racer. Go, Speed Racer, go. Like, I hear that song right now. So, yeah, you guys are definitely, like, just on the go constantly. And so people notice that about you. Okay. Let's see what the tarot say. Let's get some cards on it. Source, what can you tell us? How do people see pile number 3? What more can you tell us? How do people see pile number 3, Source? How do people see pile number 3, Source? How do people see pile number 3? Okay, thank you. A lot of change. Like, that's the energy that I keep getting here while I'm shuffling, is just a lot of change. You guys have changed a lot. And people just, they see you going through change constantly. And that's just one of the main things that's coming out. And that's why they feel like you guys have a very adventurous life, is because you guys are always on the go and changing what you do, how you approach life. Like maybe last week you really loved going swimming and this week you really enjoy hiking. It's like, it's not that you love one more than the other, or maybe you do. It's just that that's the mood. It's like you go where the mood takes you, and you're not afraid to change it up. It's like where somebody would always eat the same food every week. Like you're not necessarily like that. You could be, but it's like that's the energy that I'm getting with your life. You're just not necessarily like that. They feel like maybe you're very anxious, or you're trying to control certain aspects of your life because you guys are so secretive. Now, again, this is how people see you. This doesn't necessarily make it true. Okay, but they see you as trying to control certain aspects of your life, and that's something that you've always tried to do. So people who've known you for a long time, they feel like even what you're doing now is putting in a situation where you're trying to control things. You're trying to keep things under wrap. Like you're trying to make sure people don't see a side of you that might make you potentially less than what you are. And again, I don't feel like that's true. Like, I just feel like you guys are just so tired of giving away your energy to people. Certainly, you guys have the most positive cards out of all three piles. Yeah, okay. Here's the deal. You guys are cutthroat. Like, in the best possible way I can say this. You guys are super cutthroat. You are very, very elegant, enticing, very sexual, sensual, whatever you guys want to put in there. Like, that's what you guys are. People are very attracted to you. They're very attracted to the fact that you have grown, and like you've taken care of yourself in a certain way. Like you've been through a lot, and it's like I said, you keep your home life separate from your business life. So let's just say you guys are on social media and you have a presence on social media, and it's like whatever you present on social media, that's what you present on social media. You don't post where you're going. You don't post what you're doing. Like, you're not the person who's constantly bragging about the trips that they had. You're the person who's trying to sell this product, or you're the person who's trying, like, maybe you're in essential, I don't know why I heard this right now, but essential oils. Like, maybe you deal with essential oils and you're trying to sell essential oils, and that's all your Facebook is connected to. That's all your TikTok is connected to. Or maybe you sell crystals, or like something very spiritual, or maybe you guys don't have anything to do with the spiritual realm at all. Like, you guys are just trying to sell your product, and that's all you focus on your media pages. And people see this, when before maybe you guys gave a lot of your information out and you stopped because you changed. And because you changed, now people are like thinking that, oh, you're not actually doing what you said you'd done, or this, that, and the other, but you are, right? They're just thinking that you're trying to control the outcome of things, and you're trying to control what people see. And really, at the end of the day, that is perfectly okay. Like, I don't want you to ever feel like that's wrong because people see that. Like, if they see you trying to control what they know about you, good. Let them, because your life isn't some soap opera for someone to, like, tune into every day. And maybe that's how it was in the past. Maybe when you had friends at work, or maybe when you went to work, like, you always complained to everybody at work before, and now you're not doing that, and people just don't, they're like, what happened? Like, pile three's they're trying to control what we see. Like, this energy right here, like, for some reason you're just trying to be conceited and pretend that you're better than them, and that's not the case at all. It's like you just really don't give a rat's patoot what anybody else is doing, but they see you guys as being more self-centered than you were. And I think the thing is here is, like, we have this Magician in the reverse, and the problem that you run into is that in your life, your experiences, you've run into people who have taken the information that you've given them and done you dirty with it. They've used it against you. And now that's what people want to do again. They want to find out about you so that they can hurt you again, so that they can take you away from this growth that you've experienced. Because now you're in this huge power position. Like, if you look at this, you have both masculine energies. We have fire and air, right? And you guys have this beautiful balance between masculine and feminine energies here, right? You have the feminine with the queen, the masculine with the king, both coming in the upright. So people see you as being balanced out, not afraid to take action, but equally so with the Queen of Wands. Like, she is not afraid to lay down the law. She's like, look, not even the King of Wands lays down the law like the Queen of Wands, at least in my deck. She is the one that's like, if I gotta beat you on the head with my stick to make you realize this is how it's gonna be, I'm gonna beat you on the head with my stick. Except here's the deal, your stick is your words. Like, you're not gonna put up with it. You've become very crafty in the way that you guys approach life, and people see that now, and they see that you're closed off in the sense of communicating things like you used to. Now you come from a very intelligent way of communicating. You come from a very, like, with this 8th house energy over these, it's like that secretive energy, but that doesn't keep you from having fun and enjoying life no matter where you are, even though you're still surrounded by people like this, and people see that. People see you being surrounded by people who want to do you dirty. In fact, I think there's like this crossover line between people who want, wow, I have the hiccups, who want you to succeed and people who want you to fail. Like, they could be friends with each other, and you have one person who's talking so great about you, like, wow, pile 3, look at how far they've come, look at what they've experienced, look at what they've done, look at what they've changed, look at how they've grown. And their friend is saying, oh, pile 3, like, I want them to fail, like, I hope they fail miserably, I hope they fall on their face, like, I hope they become a laughing stock, I can't stand how far they've come. Like, I wish I could tell you, pile 3, that everybody's there for you, they want you to see you guys do good, but that is just not the case. It's not like that. It's not. I know I've said that multiple times on my videos. It's just something that we all need to remember. We want to believe that everybody's inherently good, but even if we're inherently good at a soul level, that doesn't make us good people. That doesn't make us good humans, right? That doesn't make us take action from like a very good place. Most of us take action from our emotional ego. And the thing is that there are some people who are cheering you on, and they're glad that you're not putting your stuff out there anymore, because it means that you've cut off people like this. And there are other people who were in this energy that you cut off, that now they're mad because you're in this power. This is powerhouse energy right here. And you're forward looking here. You're looking towards the future. You're like, cool. If you want to control me, like, I feel like these people are trying to control you, and they think that you're trying to control them. But you're not even looking at this person twice. Like, you're like, whatever. You're more looking towards the future, seeing, I'm in control of my destiny. I'm in control of what I want. And these people are mad because they can no longer control you. Like, look, they're in this reversal energy trying to figure out, how do I get into this? People also think you're anxious, and like that anxiety keeps you from saying things, but it's just this perceived idea, because before you were so open and now you're not open anymore. Yeah. You guys have this idea surrounding you where you no longer want to fit in with societal norms. You don't do what everyone else does. People see that. People see that, right? Like, of course, you have Scorpio energy with 8th house here. Scorpio is such a unique zodiac because it's like, that's the one that goes beyond the depths of everything, right? Every zodiac is unique. I don't want you guys to think if you're not Scorpio, you're not unique. No, every zodiac brings a beautiful aspect to the world, to us. We are all made up of all the zodiacs. You have to understand yourself on a whole, get your natal chart done, and have someone read it to you. However, that's another story for another time. But, like, let's put it down here. The Scorpio is the one that's going to go into the stuff that everyone else fears, right? Like, we're talking about things that people have deemed dangerous, wrong. You don't do that. Like, it's like if you grew up in a church, in a Christian home. Okay, this is just an example. You grew up in a Christian home, and when you turned 18, you turned into a practicing witch. Okay, like, that's what Scorpio does. They go the complete opposite. Oh, you said I can't be a witch? Why? Like, that's the question that Scorpio's always asking. Why? But why? Right? Like, that's what's coming through here for you guys. And that's what people are noticing. They're like, you don't do anything by the book. Nothing you do in life is by the book. And people see that. Can I please get some more cards out on it? Thank you. Okay. People think that you guys tend to be superficial because you don't give any information to anybody. Again, this is how people see you, not how you really are. the thing is that you guys have given so much in the past. What you were giving in the past, the amount of information you guys were giving in the past was actually being more superficial than you guys are now, because now you're in a place where you guys are comfortable with who you are. And this is giving people this like energy of like, oh, well, they're being superficial. They're giving me so little. They don't care. Like, it's not that you don't care. It's like, you do care. You care deeply about others. The thing is that most people are coming from this superficial energy and they don't want to get to know you on a deeper level. And because of that, it causes a rift in the relationship because you're very authentic. And that's the thing. And so they're putting this projection out on you saying, oh, pile 3, they're very superficial. They don't know what they want. They don't know what they want to give in life. They are, they don't want any love. Like, you don't want to get any romance here. And I feel like that's far from the truth. It's just like you're just letting life happen for you instead of trying to figure out how you can manipulate it, right? And it's like that's really what's going on here. And so it's like just people perceive this because you're so different. I feel like you're the black sheep of your family. You're the black sheep for every aspect of your life. I feel like you were black sheep. Yeah, and they see you guys as doing multiple things all at once. Like it's like you guys have a hustle. Right? Okay. Do the hustle. Like you guys hustle and you guys hustle life and you're not afraid to try multiple things. You're not afraid to try new things. Like you're always got something going on. And people see that and they think, and again, that's the other thing. Now they don't know what you're doing. You're not telling them what you're doing and that bothers them. And that they see you guys as very secretive, like very mysterious, right? And that's what makes you so alluring and seductive because of that mystery. It's like before when you were giving out everything, you were just an open showboat and people were just like anybody could come in and go, right? And it's like now very few people actually know the real you. And that bothers the people who wanted to know every little thing that you were doing. Yeah. So people think that you get involved in things that aren't going to play out. Because you're not. Here's the thing, okay? Don't get it twisted on me, pile 3. Because you guys don't share what you're doing. They feel that your life isn't working out for you. They feel like whatever it is you chose to do isn't panning out for you. They feel like you're failing at it. And you may have people who reach out to you who want to rub things in your face, but here's the problem. It's like when they reach out to you, you're so elusive, right? You're so elusive that they can't get anything from you. They're like, okay, pile 3, like, what's the deal? So people see you as maybe not succeeding at what it is that you're trying to do. When in turn, you have the Queen of Wands and the King of Swords here indicating that you guys are very much succeeding. Even if it's slow moving, that's fine. It doesn't have to be fast. It's like, but at the same time, you're also not afraid to tell people off. You're not afraid to lay it down like it is. You're not afraid to speak your truth. You are not afraid to say very honest statements. Like someone who, okay, this is what I'm getting as an example. It's like maybe you guys are single. Okay, this is just an example. Okay, you guys are single and you have someone online who reaches out to you and says something very sexual, and you guys have never talked before. This is like someone dropping in your DMs, trying to like hit on you, but instead of hitting on you, they just say something really vulgar and sexual. And you are the one that texts them back and says, I don't even know who you are. Who do you think you are for coming into my DMs and saying something like that? This conversation is over, and you're not going to give that person a chance to explain because that person has shown you in that first DM who they are. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to let this person have a second chance because their first impression was such a poor impression, and that was the one that they got. If they came at you trying to ask you, other questions, like, hey, I noticed on your page you have this, that, and the other. I think this is really cool. Can you tell me a little bit about why you wanted to get into this? Like, they approached you like a normal human being instead of some sex slave. Okay, like, it would have been different. This is just an example, but this is what I'm getting. It's like you guys don't let them have another shot after that. You guys are like, no, this is it. And the thing is that you don't just block people. And maybe you do. Maybe for some of you guys, you do. But for those of you that don't, like, you're the one that says some very honest statements. Like, you're the one that comes back and you're like, do you approach everybody like that? No wonder you don't get any love. No wonder you're not able to get anybody. No wonder you're sliding into DMs, because all you're looking for is a hit of sexuality. You could get that if you went and bought a porn site. In fact, they have porn for free. Maybe you should look there. And then you end that conversation and, cut off. Like, it's very... like you're not vulgar, you're just very brash and abrasive when you answer them back, and they, like, people just don't know how to take it. They're just like, whoa, I pissed off pile 3 is really mad, they're really angry. But you're just being honest. You're being like, look, that's the deal, like, you're not going to approach me like that. I'm a human being, and if you can't approach me like a human, then get out of my face. Like, this is not, you get to tell me whatever you want to tell me and hope that it's going to be okay. I'm not somebody's doormat. Like, you guys aren't. And that's how people see you. They see you as not being a doormat, but they also feel like, because you've cut off communication with the majority. And it's not that you have, it's just that you have learned how to communicate more intelligently in your life. You're very careful about what you tell people because you realize not everybody has their best intentions for you. You've listened to your intuition, right? You've listened to the inspiration from source, from your higher self, from God, from whatever, right? Whatever higher belief you believe in. If you don't believe in anything, just understanding that's your intuition coming in. Everybody's intuitive, right? And that's the thing. You listen to that and you let that be the guiding light here. And it's like, you're not going to question that. You're like, I'm done questioning myself, because when I was questioning myself, I got into these really raggedy situations, right? And it's like, now you've come into a place of balance. This is sheer balance within. People do notice the balance. They notice the difference. They see it. It's almost like someone saying, oh, hey, there's something different about you. Did you cut your hair? And you're like, no. Oh, did you lose weight? You're like, oh, great. No. You know what I mean? Like, none of those are true. It's just like people don't know what to say because they notice the difference, but they don't know what's different. So what do we have come out here? Yeah, South Node, destined to release. Exactly. You guys are coming out of your South Node. You're letting go of the things that are no longer serving you. Exactly. Like, that was your past self. Your past self was, let me give everybody my soap opera life. Your future self is, my life is my life. It's not yours to know. It's very private to you. And that has helped you cleanse this old energy. You were so used to telling everybody this. Or, this could be any of the energies that came through. But whatever it was that you guys released, you let it go. And you were destined to release that. It was where your comfort zone was. And you worked really hard to get out of your comfort zone and into this new place where you're healing. We have House 4 coming out. Cultural and family roots, home, peace, and comfort, right? We have this balance here. It's like you guys have found home within yourself. You've healed family roots. You've healed. I feel like this is something you guys got from a past family situation where you guys maybe gossiped about yourself. That sounds so weird, but that's the truth. When you lay out all your business, it's like you're gossiping about yourself. You're letting others choose what they say about you, whether it's true or not, right? And I feel like this is something that was from your past life. In this life, or if you believe in past lives, it's something you carried into this life. Wherever you believe is fine. But it was something that was very cultural for you. So it's like, okay, this sounds so weird, but like my family, they loved to talk about everybody else in the family. Like, that was just, they tried to find out as much information as they could so that they could tell everybody what they found out. And their information was, it just turned into like, okay, so say my cousin just went to Waterworld for the weekend or something like that, right? Suddenly it turned into, oh, she went to Waterworld and then she slunked around with a boy and then she stayed overnight with him and then she found out she was partying. But none of that other stuff was true, right? Like, there's only one statement that was true. She went to Waterworld, and that was it, right? Like, it's like this energy. That's the type of energy that's coming through here. It's like you guys were healing that, but it took you guys putting all yourselves out there, bearing all, for you to realize, I don't have to do that. Like, I don't have to be that. I have to keep my roots at home, and I have to keep my roots. My home is where I find peace and comfort. And that's what bothers people, but it also amazes people because you found your inner peace is where you stem from and not with everybody else knowing your business. And that's how people see you now, and they see that part of you. And some are amazed by it, and others are irritated by it, right? That's just life. Childhood innocence, yeah. That energy coming back in. You guys love to have fun. You love to play. You love to... So I heard dink around, like that might mean something to someone, but that's what I heard right now. You like to dink around, like not in a bad way, just like, you know, like some days maybe you just goof around, like you just be silly wandering around the house and having a good time, or going out to the park and kicking puddles, dancing in the rain. Like you guys just really like to connect with that inner child, and you guys have learned to connect with that inner child by healing yourself. Like you've learned to be the parent, the mother and the father to yourself. It took a long time, and it took a lot of healing. And people see this now, that where you're like very silly, and they get to see that aspect of you where they couldn't before, because everything was so serious. Why so serious? Right? And so now you're getting to be silly with everyone, and you're getting to show your true self, and you've healed a lot with your heart chakra. And people are just, like I said, it's like some people are super excited for you and others just aren't. And you can't win them all, right? But yeah, you've moved on. You moved on from what was, right? It's like before, maybe what was unknown was scary to you because you didn't know what was to come. You thought it was just going to be the way it always was. And now you're just like, you know what? I'd rather embrace what I don't know than to stay in this old energy of what I thought was good and comfortable for me. And people see that. They see you've moved on from them. You've moved on from the old aspect of who you were. And people are just like, wow, you guys could spend time in a lot of time in solitude or perceived solitude. People see you as being alone a lot, like you don't party a lot, right? Yeah, look, we've got this one flipped over. Glamorama, hard worker, Gucci ruby shoes, and whole caker. Because you guys work hard for what you have, okay? This is a confirmation, not to let what others see you as to keep you from doing anything. You guys, behind closed doors, you guys are becoming that person. Like, this is a song, if you guys want to check it out. It's by Brian Weiss, okay? I love this song. And he says in there, it's like, there's this part where they talk about her, the Glamorama, and she's a hard worker, Gucci ruby shoes, and a whole caker. She eats the whole cake to herself. She's got her Gucci ruby shoes on, but don't let that fool you, because she's a hard worker. Her life is money, eat, money, sleep, in that order. Okay, like that's the thing. That's what this is talking about, right? It's like, you guys, money, eat, money, sleep. Like, there's nothing different, right? Like, you guys are working towards your financial abundance. You guys are working towards what you want in life, and you're not letting others determine what is good for you. But this is source confirming for you that you guys are coming into a phase of abundance because you've let go of your south node, which means you guys are either moving into your north node, or you guys are embracing and embodying your north node. And if you don't know what that means, our north node is when it's the destined to have, okay? So quick thing here, you have the destined to release. It's like the north and south node are the head and tail of this dragon that are on the zodiac, right? And the south node is what we come into being so comfortable. It's what keeps us in lack and suffering. That's what the south node is. And our north node is when we step into our abundant self, okay? So it's just that's a very Reader's Digest version of it. But the north node is the head. The south node is the tail. You don't want the stinky tail. You want the head, okay? It could be stinky too. Who knows? No. Okay, I heard no. No. I heard it. They said, no, not that one. I said, okay, not that one. I put it back. Get another one of these for pile number 3 source. I felt it. Where was it? Okay, here we go. Look, wanting you by means of entrapment. Do you know, this is that energy that I was getting from those people that are really mad that they can't gossip about you anymore. They want to entrap you. They want to stop you from healing. They want to stop you from doing what it is that you need to do, that you want to do, that you like to do, because that scares them. You guys intimidate them, and they don't like to be intimidated, right? It shows them what little work they've done. and you not saying what you've done, like, it's like they want to believe that you're failing, but in their heart they know that you guys are succeeding, and so they want to draw you into this because they don't want you guys to succeed. Look, we have loving yourself is what opens you up to the love you desire in your life. Yeah, you guys are opening up your heart. What was I saying? You're healing your heart chakra, and that came out on the bottom. I love these synchronicities. Today, all day, every reading has been so synchronistic. Like, absolutely, regardlessly, like, unbelievably synchronistic. Alright, let's get some channeled messages out on it. Okay. No? Okay. They want one more. Okay. What do we got? I feel like this one wants to come first. Hand in the coconut. Okay, so what this literally means is, like, I heard this story a long time ago. And they told me it's a squirrel who has his hand in the coconut. And I didn't understand what they meant. And they said, that's life. There's a peanut inside the coconut and the squirrel wants it. But the hole in the coconut is only big enough for the squirrel to reach his hand in. When he grabs the coconut and balls up his hand becomes too big to pull out of the coconut. And that's people, they're reaching for something for you. And they have their hand in the coconut, where before they were able to get as many peanuts from you as they wanted. But now they have their hand in the coconut and they can't get their hand out because they're so stuck onto holding on to the past. Okay? Destined to release. And so people want this information from you and they're stuck. They're the ones that are stuck. You're not. Okay? I want you to understand this. They're the ones that are stuck. And they see you moving on, but they're still in this place trying to get that information from you, and they're just trying to pull their hand out of the coconut and it's not moving, right? And you're over there living your best life. You won't get paid for your progression. Keep getting at it. Yeah. And I love this because it makes me also think of Astronaut in the Ocean. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever heard that song, but it's like that song, like he says, I won't get paid for progression, but I'm gonna get it. And it's like, that's actually, it was weird. I'd never heard that song before, and I wrote this channeled message, and then I heard that song, like maybe it was like a month later, and I was like, oh my gosh, I had a channeled message that said that. And it's just saying, like, you guys know, what it is to work hard without getting any rewards except for fulfillment, internal fulfillment. No money, no bills paid from what you've done, like none of that. You're not getting paid for your progression, but you're progressing. Keep going, because one day you're gonna succeed, right? Like one day it's gonna be bigger than you could have imagined. And that's the thing, like people see your potential before you do, and that's what really rubs people's demons raw. It says you are not alone. Yeah, you guys are not alone. Like I said, there are some people who are really cheering you on, and there are others who aren't. Don't focus on the ones who aren't, focus on the ones who are. Look, here we go. The ones who don't. I love and hate what you do to me. Like they love you because like they see you growing, but at the same time they hate you because it reminds them of how little they've done, right? Like it's just a weird dynamic these people have with you. We have family matters. This could absolutely be a family member who's like this, or family members, right? Or people you considered friends could be like family, right? These are people who you found really close to you at one point in time, that you really cared about, people you loved. Look at this. They are mad that you walked away after they hurt you. This is like so synchronistic with your reading. That's everything that we talked about. They want you by means of entrapment. I love and hate what you do to me. Family matters. Like you guys, for you won't get paid for your progression, but keep getting at it, and you're not alone. Like you guys are doing something good and people are cheering you on. People who walked away from you, let them be. Let them stay in the past. Let them stay there because that's where they belong at. Let's see what your Kuan Yin card is. Drink from the emerald fountain. Number 7. 7's a very spiritual number. This is something that's very much like coming into yourself. This is like self-care. This is allowing yourself to experience what it is that you've healed from in your life. I don't actually know the depth of this card. We'll read it from the book in just a second, but like you have this lotus flower here at her feet. It's like you guys have come into this centered place between your masculine and feminine energies, and you've allowed yourself to blossom from the muck and the mud and the dirt and the yuck and the grime. Let's read it and see what it says. What are you gonna tell us? What do you have to say to me? Where are you? I keep missing the number. Okay, here we go. Sorry, guys. I'm in a mood today. It says the divine feminine is encouraging of the awakening and empowerment of all living beings. When a sincere seeker is trying to find the way through, there is much help sent. It makes sense to be open to receive it. Indeed, a step forward and a drink from the emerald fountain, which is the unconditionally loving heart chakra of Kuan Yin. And we're talking about the heart chakra, guys. Allow yourself to be nourished by the power and the love of the Divine Mother flowing to you now. You guys also may inspire heart chakra awakening in other people because of the healing you've done. There is nothing to be gained in life or in making life more difficult than it needs to be, other than unnecessary stress or perhaps the learning that isn't so much fun that way. At this time, you are going through a time of important spiritual growth. Your higher self has set a spiritual schedule and is planning on being at a certain destination in time and space to set events in motion. To benefit from synchronicities and to be able to live out its divine purpose in the physical world too. The soul is very resourceful and is calling for divine help in getting to its destination on time. When you allow yourself to be helped, great reserves of support become available to you. Your soul is strengthened and nourished by the loving heart of the Divine Mother. As it fills with love from the emerald fountain, it can flow through you and you feel happier, more balanced, content, and peaceful. The more you allow yourself to be assisted, the more you will feel detached and trusting. You will find fewer problems actually arise for you, and when they do, you might be surprised just how swiftly they are solved, sometimes with only a small amount of effort on your part. This is the benefit of allowing divine forces greater than us individually to nourish and support us. So we were talking about that. You're not alone, right? Your spirit guides are with you. Your higher self is with you. Source is with you. The archangels are with you. Your guardian angels are with you. There are spiritual beings. Your ancestors are walking the journey with you. Whatever it is that you resonate with, you guys are not alone on the journey, and you guys are coming up into a beautiful glow up based on the healing that you've done, and people see you guys glowing up. Like, this is something that those that are the haters, they're going to see you glow up and they're going to be flabbergasted because they had no control in keeping you stuck and stagnant and small-minded. They're the ones that are stuck, and you left them in the dust, and they're just kind of like, what? So good for you, pile 3. Like, let me give you guys a round of applause. You need it. That's a good job. That's that's hard to do in this world, especially when we're trying to make everybody like us, right? You guys have steered away from that and let go of what you needed to let go of so that you guys could become stronger in your spiritual journey. So this is what I have for you, pile 3. If it resonated, please hit that thumbs up button down below. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel and set the notification bell so you always know when the next video does get uploaded. Also, if you guys are interested in longer, more in-depth readings, check out my other channel at Readings by Circe. And let's see, what else, guys? I think that's everything. I'm just honored to be here for you. You guys have done an amazing job. I'm excited for you guys allowing me time with your energy. And with that being said, I'm going to leave it there and get on out of here. Until the next reading, though, guys, stay human. Bye.